Alright then, so for this month's release, we are discussing The Death of Snow White, directed by Jason Brooks. Pursued by her stepmother for eternal beauty, Snow White flees into a terrifying forest and aligns herself with 7 bloodthirsty dwarves, cold-blooded assassins with a neck for brutal killings. Her spirit is tested in this grim fairy tale. I have to say, I think I had more fun with this one than I thought I would.
I honestly fucking missed a lot of it because I kept falling asleep. It was not terrible, but it was a bit long-winded in my opinion. It did not need to be almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I definitely need to cut down. In fact, if we cut out the fight scenes, that to me is something really took away. That some of the fight scenes are.
See, that's a funny thing. I fucking loved the fight scenes because it was so goofy. Like you needed them, especially the first one with the
witch.
The witch and the little guy. Oh man,
it was the ripping off the shirt that
the
axes, and you're just like, okay.
Well, it's like I was texting my wife when I was watching. She was already in bed, and it was like, hold on, let me pull it up. A little person strips and fights a witch with axes in the first 10 minutes of this movie. We have 48 hours to watch it. I think you need to. And then that was about the most exciting bit of it for me.
I think this one should have lent more into the comedy. I think they were holding back. I think they just needed to go that bit further into just the slapstick. Do you ever get that feeling with some of the comedies that they're just they're trying to tell a story, they're throwing quips and gags, but they need to sort of step over that line and just go fully there. I think that's what this movie needed. However,
so just lean into it.
Fun. I enjoyed myself. I have to say, I love this. I love the setting, like the castle. Don't know where they found that, but it didn't feel green screen.
No, I mean it was definitely practical.
Yeah,
there were moments where it didn't necessarily look the greatest, but it was still pretty fun.
Yeah, so it is basically the story of Snow White, except they're throwing a lot of dark humor into it, and the Queen is more like Elizabeth Bathory.
Yeah,
which honestly
can't go wrong there.
I was on board.
Yeah,
and the actress who played her nailed it. Like, what's gay? This is our one where the Queen is actually more attractive than the Snow White character. No offense to the wee girl playing, but the Queen had nothing really to be jealous of. She owned the stage, if that makes sense, as her character. I felt like the person playing Snow White, had to like catch up. Don't know if that was intentional or just circumstances.
Yeah, I thought she was pretty good. Yeah. I mean, really, I thought the entire cast was pretty solid.
Yeah, they all gelled together. It worked. Nobody felt out of place. There's not that one. You know when you get that one character, like, what the hell? I wish they'd hurry up and get killed already. Or what are they doing there? Or they're just making comment. No, to me it was even the two playing the Brothers Grimm. When you twigged on what they were about, you even forgave them because they were the only two that had the potential to be a bit jarring, but they weren't overused. So that's what made the difference. One of my favorite characters, I don't know if you count it as a character or characters, but the mirror in this.
Oh yeah, no, that is hard to say, but yeah, I thought at first I was like, this is an interesting choice, but yeah, they definitely grew on to me.
Yeah, it's funny how you're sort of looking, but by the end, I wanted to jump in. That's what the party is.
I wanted to jump in to begin with, but yeah, that's just me. But no, like at first it's like, all right, so here's their excuse to have some nudity. I mean, cool. I'm
no complaints here.
Definitely not going to bitch, but once you realize that they're actually a good part of the story that's going to progress the insanity of the witch, like, oh, okay, no, I like these guys.
Yeah. And that was the thing. That's the only other one I've seen is. Do you remember the one with Sigourney Weaver? It's Ancient of Ancients. I need to think at it again. Hopefully, it's still as good as when I remember it. But actually, playing a Dark Queen, she plays the role so well, and it's actually insanity. It's nothing to do with Snow White. It's her. Snow White could be anybody, and it's just her psychosis. Is that she's never going to be happy or satisfied anyway? That's just the type of her. And if you've got her plan to marry into a bigger kingdom, that wouldn't be enough for her. Just one of them people is perpetually empty and never be filled. They really played that well in this.
Yeah, that definitely comes across in this. Well, especially in the towards the end of the film where she's getting all stitched up and her nails ripped off
Yeah.
Excuse me. Like she's literally not happy with anything to the point of, a bunch of bodily mutilation.
It reminded me of The Substance, the way that just went to the nth degree.
Hmm.
If you haven't seen that,
No, I haven't seen it.
it's worth a watch.
That's what I've heard. It's just, I mean, basically my problem is if I don't see something in theaters, I'm probably not seeing it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's worth a gander anyway if you ever find yourself, because it is that's another character piece. I mean, it's Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley and basically fighting with themselves. They're both the same person, and it's just you can have everything and still have nothing, but could never be happy because that's just the way your brain's wired. It's a good thing. It's a good trope to play with. And once you realize that's the case, then you're like, oh well, this person needs to go, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The bits that it took a while to get there with the intro. Then we get this whole scene in the courtyard, so to speak, and Snow White going about proving she's a princess of the people and all that kind of stuff. And
yeah, by starting off with executing somebody on accident. Well, accidentally executing somebody prematurely.
Yeah, she was meant to do it, and then whoops. I think that was a minute I realized this was like a dark comedy, sort of, all right, okay, grab a big pinch of salt. This is how we're taking this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, that was pretty funny.
But it just went on and on. They could have cut out a lot of that stuff.
I mean,
I think it made it tighter.
I want to agree, but also it was building up, I guess, sort of the chemistry between the two characters, Prince Charming and Snow White. And it gave us a good, solid introduction of the rest of the cast that was going to be right around those two. So it was long-winded, but I feel like it was necessary.
Yeah, it just tightened up. Like I said, tightened up because there's definitely elements that goes on for too long. It just gets stretched out that wee bit too much. And honestly, there's too much good stuff in this. Like, it's enjoyable. Which, being nearly 2 hours long, like you said, just take away from it. I like the idea of like the medieval Stasi, the huntsman. Basically they're bagmen. They're going out and just grabbing people. I think that even that whole scene took a bit too long. Maybe a few whispers about how people go missing or something, and have the sort of tension there that this was happening. I think it's around about this area. Up until she goes into the dark wood, it's where the movie sort of slows down and just needs refined. They did the thing as well. The whole. You can tell they're holding off, Snow White and Charming, they go to kiss about 3 or 4 times. And they keep getting interrupted. You're like, oh, okay, we know what they're saving that for. Which is fair enough. And then it was the way it just escalated. It went from they're going to grab a maiden, which apparently they do nearly every night. Surprised anybody left in the kingdom. Like, she goes through bodies like nobody's business.
Yeah, I mean, it's very Elizabeth Bathory, and she definitely gets caught like Elizabeth Bathory.
Yeah, I think, and is that the whole thing, that it's never enough? So the more you use, the more you have to use, and blah blah blah. It's sort of telling that, but it's a way they just all of a sudden became super incompetent this time.
Yeah,
they've practiced this to be doing it every night, and people go missing, and yet this one, it just escalates and just went over the edge. Don't know. I think it's around about this part of the movie. I think that's what they need to tidy up. Get that bit cut down a bit and sharpened. You have something really good here, that like cult classic to enjoy. And see people come back to this. And what was it? Charming's trying to fight, and they do the same trope again. Use the weapon, throw the weapon away, because that's what you do when you've got a perfectly good weapon in your hand.
Yeah, that shit always gets me in movies. It's like, why? Why are you throwing it away? It's like, unless it's a throwing weapon and you're sticking somebody with it, that shit should stay in your fucking hand.
Yeah. That was Terminator Zero. They did it the same. Somebody has an AK and they run out of rounds, and then they throw it, even though they're supposedly a militia. They need every round or every weapon they can get. You're like, you kind of need that. You can get more rounds later. You just
right, and like, guess what? If you ran out of rounds, it's still a fucking club.
Yeah, better than nothing. Yeah, that's. I don't know why they do that in movies. Is it just a visual thing?
Something.
Yeah, Gunner was an interesting character. But there's him and somebody else. I kept mixing them up because I was wondering why the hell he was changing. I know they're doing the scene from the the original movie. The Huntsman obviously had made a sworn oath to the king, and when it came to killing Snow White, he couldn't. And he changed, but then he just seems to change right back and then change over again.
Yeah, he was kind of a hard character to nail down. It's like, he stops initially because he's like, oh, well, you're fucking mom wanted this. But then it's like, all right, is he not? Like, what the fuck is he gonna do?
Yeah, that was a bit. If they had just stuck with that out of the storyline, that he was going to do it and then he just couldn't, because of her purity or what, and just let it go. That I think that would have been fine. Moment of weakness, maybe.
Yeah.
Just realizing her flashback to him and the king talking. I like the way actually the intro of the queen actually installing herself into the castle was quite interesting. Like she was out to kill Snow White even before she was born.
Mm-hmm.
She was there to take over the kingdom and bewitch the king and get rid of him. So the fact that you saw her first attempt, I thought was quite cool.
Yeah.
Then I really liked it. See when we meet the gang of dwarves for the first time.
Yeah.
Like I love the costumes as well, the dark ones, them dryad things that they had. Like they did well with the sets here and the costumes and like the practical stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, there were moments where it's like you could kind of see the seams, but it's like in fantasy shit like this, I feel like that's totally excusable. And it's like just a hair past reality, so it just heightens the fantasy of it more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really dug the sets.
Yeah, and then this sense of humor they have all the way through, like Spitsies, like they're absolutely just bloodthirsty maniacs. Like it's not doing it out of necessity; they actually enjoy what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then obviously when Snow White gets installed or ends up living with the dwarves and doesn't change her clothes, like even though they're dripping in blood for a day or two.
I mean, whatever. It's just look at it as tie-dyeing her outfit. These
are my spoils of victory. I'm going to wear them forever as a badge of honor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think this is my favorite part of the movie. Like I said, when we see the queen descending into her madness, and the throne room just basically becoming an abattoir, and nothing's safe, nothing's safe, and she's not even safe from herself because I didn't get because when that was later on, but she's just insatiable. But imagine being one of her handmaids and being that stupid that you're going to kiss the husband like in the same room, because that's you'd be on your P's and Q's, man, your best behavior, wouldn't you? Like you would not even look at anybody. That would be, and the thing is, the handmaids that played it quite well of being an eternal fear. That you knew one would be next, and it's not going to be quick.
Yeah. You definitely don't want to slip up because then you're going to be in that bathtub with her.
Yep. That's one of the kinder ones.
Was it though? Because
I don't know. Get your eyeballs like.
When they're pulling that fucking body out and it's like half there and half not, like I feel like getting destroyed from the waist down isn't really that pleasant.
There's no nice way to go. Let's be honest. If you're around the queen, there's no nice way you're going.
That is true.
And I think that was the point. So that scene where she's kissing the husband, you're like, are you fucking stupid or what? You deserve your fate, wench.
Mm-hmm.
Even the guy comes back, because the dwarves release him to send a message back. You'd better just let them kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and obviously the reason of this came under the radar is because Calvin's in it. He wasn't even credited in IMDb, and he plays a character, Cecil the Cowardly.
Well, I was confused because I didn't even see him listed as the camera operator, and that's
he's assistant. He's an AD or production manager or something.
Yeah, I thought he was camera op for this for some reason.
I think he did camera ops as well. It's one of them. He's involved, but he's listed about 2 or 3 times in the credits at the end. But he's not listed in the IMDb, which is very strange.
Yeah, I mean it happens. Yep, just checking the stability.
Don't arrest me! I didn't do it. I ended up putting him under arm. Is that like going to have to start every stream from that on? Please don't arrest me.
Right. Please don't arrest me. This is just a joke.
Yes. Have to put like quotation marks and stuff and do hand signals.
Yeah.
Dear. But yeah, I love that, like the whole bit with the queen and Snow White's not even there, and it's just you could just tell this is going like she is just going off the rails, and like it won't be long before children and babies and everything's going to end up in that thing. It's just hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the other bit. Obviously, she decides she's going to take care of matters herself, and then we go back to the scene where she goes as the old woman.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way I did it differently. That's Snow White isn't playing ball, so she's like, "Fuck you." That was a good magic scene though when she was transforming, when she got the table and started doing her spell and that there. once again, well done. They did the magic. I like the magic in this more than the fight scenes. I think that's something that like the man needs to get the sort of visuals now for and the feeling.
I dug it.
The battle scene though, when they actually decided they're going to go back and retake the castle and basically take the queen down, that went on a bit. So that bit at the start,
all of that shit. It was almost like it was in slow-mo without being in slow-mo.
Yeah, everyone was like, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I think that could have been done more cutscenes, sort of, because it did that a bit at the start. You know, that you sort of see the flash and that they're not actually the action, but it's like this was like patty cake, go through the, and it just took forever. And also, why didn't they have these magical exploding dart things that literally made people blow up?
Yeah, I was pretty confused on that. Like, I felt like, fuck, did I miss something? Like,
and the fact that it pierced the armor.
Yeah, like that's pretty fucking gnarly.
Yeah, they didn't save any of those for the queen. The person you might have needed them for. But yeah, just having Snow White, and then you just know she wasn't going to last like a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
She was only going to take a bit of her blood, but you know what the queen's like. That like Snow White would have been drained. Like,
yeah. I mean, at least they did like initially cut her properly. Like it's gonna do some damage, but she's not gonna die from it.
No, but I think you just know the way the queen is, that was on the cards, that it wasn't ever going to be a little drop.
Yeah, 100%.
Because the queen can't help herself, and I just love the character. Like, I think you probably twigged on that the queen's my favorite character in this.
Yeah,
just being over the top, you know, and like proper descent into madness, which I haven't really seen in an adaptation of Snow White before. They're always like a 2D sort of, you know, a villain for the sake of being a villain.
Yeah, it's usually very Snidely Whiplash versus like true actual like I'm batshit crazy.
Yeah, and I just love the fact that Lent in that she's just off her head, and yeah, it's not even about anything. It's just that she's somebody that's got power that shouldn't have power because she's a self-destructive person. Unfortunately, she also has to be a nuclear missile. So if she's self-destructing, everybody's going around her, sort of thing.
Right.
But yeah, even the ending, the way they did the queen was like lethal. Snow White had great moments in this. Mm-hmm. She wasn't a standout character. That was a weird thing about it. Like, she was the least standout. Like, Charming was more standout of a character, and the dwarves were more standout.
Yeah,
she was actually I don't know what way to describe it, but she really didn't make an impact until sort of the end.
I almost feel like that was intentional, though. Like, it kind of felt like she was supposed to be, you know, I mean, initially the main focus, and then we start getting the stories of all the other characters and, you know, their plight and all that. So she definitely was.
That's what I was wondering. That's what I said about the descent into madness. It was just that the queen was batshit crazy, and Snow White could have had her hair lip in a club foot and alopecia, and the queen still would have been jealous of her because that's her psychosis, just because she exists. That was sort of what I was getting. No, she didn't have to be. It wasn't about attractiveness or fairness or anything. It was just that the queen is like, you're in my way for my next plan. You must go.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't also live without you. That's why I'm not going to eat your heart yet, because it's never the right time.
Yeah.
I think, fair enough. But the bit at the end, I think that's where the Snow White's character, you know, where like the queen's sitting. I can't remember what they called that. That was actually a medieval torture, where they pull the not quite the full rib cage, but they pull the skin off. But she's like, I feel sorry for you. I always thought you was beautiful, blah blah blah. And I just thought that line at the end,
so fucking
delivery. Well, she's sitting there, her gizzard's busy splayed in the mirror, just taking the piss out of her. Like, no, that mirror is loyal to nobody.
Right. That mirror is just a fucking straight up shit disturber.
Yep.
But I mean, presumably it's an eternal being, so yeah, why wouldn't it be? Like, I know if I was immortal, that would pretty much be my gig. It's just, I'm just gonna fuck with everybody. I
just would like to see those demons with like cocktail glasses or something, you know, chin at each other. Another one, you know, party hats on at the end, looking out.
Right.
I just felt like it needed a bit of that. So great. And then at the end, obviously, you got the two brothers that they're it's basically the brothers Grimm, and they've got their own destiny. They're not going to stay in the kingdom, but basically a pair of bards. I'm glad they weren't overused. They could have ruined this movie.
Yeah.
Just that sort of type of humor is good in small doses, and I think that's what they did right here. is the Captain sparingly that they didn't take over, or every line was theirs.
Yeah, which I mean, if that's what they are, is Brothers Grimm. Of course, they're storytellers, they're observers, they're not active participants all the time. So yeah, I thought they did pretty well with that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just the right amount, and that's it. They're busy bards, the traveling. They're going to recount this is one of their stories, and yeah, like I said, I enjoyed it. It's a fun movie.
Yeah, it's definitely one I'll watch again since I got the 48-hour rental.
Yeah, definitely worth a check out. Yeah, and it's good to see Calvin involved with things. I know 7th Street was partly involved with this, but it's good to see him not just 100% in charge of his own thing, but seeing how he acts with other people. I think that's the first one we've actually covered, isn't it?
I believe so.
Where it's not a fully 100% 7th Street.
Yeah, it was the Horror Collective, I think, as well.
Yeah, the Horror Collective. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun because I didn't read anything into it before I watched it, so I was like, how much of his normal troupe is going to be in this, and it's like right out the gates, like almost everybody. It's like, oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, I think you can tell how he's so happy with it, proud of it. So yeah, good job. Really, really happy. I'll have to check that. Keep an eye out for these guys as well. Yeah, and see what else they'll come up with.
Yeah.
Very cool. That was a quick one.
Yeah. We're under an hour. This is crazy.
Yeah, short and sweet. Just I think it's been one of them days, but there's not really much to say. Like, everyone knows the story of Snow White, so there's not really much to go into the plot.
Pretty much.
Does it, gives a little tweak, leans into the lunacy. That's it.
Yeah, I like the spin on it.
Yeah, as I said, decent retelling, decent spin. Had a bit of fun with it, and what word do you want?
Right.
And didn't sanitize it to get the dark places, which we always think a bit of.
Yeah, definitely.
Boobies are always appreciated.
I mean, that goes without saying.
Yep. What's up, guys? Hoping for a Cinderella horror movie where Gus the Mouse gets supersized by the fairy. I'm surprised they haven't.
Fucking watch that.
I
don't know, man. Like, I really.
I'm surprised there's one not out there already. I
really think the Poohaverse people at some point are going to do something like that. Like, they have to. Like, I've got tickets tonight to go see their
Bambi the Reckoning. That's
installment. Yeah, man. It's fucking stupid because it's like 40 miles from my house. There's only one theater in the state that's showing it. But yeah, it's like I have seen every single one of these in theaters, regardless of where it is. So it's like I can't fucking miss this one. But yeah, I could totally see them doing something like that at some point, and that'd be great. Yeah,
or these guys can kind of do a Grimm. They seem to have a bit of a vibe for the Grimm fairy tales, so they could carry on with this.
Yeah, it'd be fun too.
Yeah, why not? I'll have to look now and see if there's a Cinderella horror. There's bound to be. There's no way there's not been a Cinderella horror.
Yeah, it's guaranteed there's going to be something. Like, just
I know there's a Rapunzel one. There's definitely a Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah!
I've seen that. Yeah,
what is it? 1994.
Yeah, God, I've seen that. That was like that was fun.
Yeah, man, that shit is great.
Right,
95.
Fucking Disney movies, you silly bastard. That's me getting arrested now. Thanks, Chris. I'm getting arrested now. Fuck you. That's it. The door's going to knock on a minute. The friggin' getting black bag over the head.
Right.
They're not Disney movies, you fucker. They're original Germanic fairy tales. Disney just stole them. Fucking.
And made them very, very safe for kids.
Yeah. Fuck off. Anyway, on that note, before I head up. If we're not back, I'm doing 6 years big link for upsetting people online.
Fuck yeah, PC police are coming, man.
Yeah. Woo, 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 woo. I don't know. If you want to help my bail, obviously Horrific Tales Volume 3 is out now. So pick it up. I might need it. I might need the income soon. So there you go. Until next time, update my channel. Do the technical things. And remember to keep it creepy.
Keep it horrific.